Talk Sport Business, Kitch and Neil. We're back together again. Kitch here, Neil, and producer Pranav. Good to see you guys.
This is so good. It's almost like a reunion of sorts. We look like a music band that got disbanded like 20 years back.
So we thought we'd get back on and jump on and do another special podcast, because what I've noticed, Neil, is that since you've been busy coaching the American side for the T20 World Cup qualifiers, which is another episode in itself, that I've been here, Pranav's hijacked the account to just schmooze his way through all of the famous people, and we thought we'd have to come in because he managed to catch up with one of the greatest footballers ever from Spain in David Villa.
Wow.
And that was how did you get another one of these exclusives?
Well, look, David Villa is an absolute legend of the sport, one of my idols. Played for FC Barcelona, winning the Champions League with them, won the World Cup in 2010 with Spain, the Euros in 2008, happens to be the top goal scorer as well for the Spanish football team. And he was in town, and I got a nice invite to go down and interview the great man.
But there was a problem, wasn't there?
Yes, there was.
So you've heard this superstar CV, World Cup winner, 2010, one of the greatest footballers, and Pranav didn't know how to work the microphone properly.
Ouch. Ouch. That's like the worst thing to happen. It's like taking the most amazing, most prettiest girl on a date, and then you don't know where to take her out.
Yeah, so Pranav...
Well, look, in my defense, all focus was on the superstar. Here I was trying to find him in the midst of the crowd, a famous footballer, and behind you is this academy, this football pitch, and all you can think of is, geez, I wish I could kick a ball with David Villa.
Well, David Villa was there, and unfortunately, most of the interview we jumped on to just let you know there's more a warning. It's going to sound like a train conductor. Could you understand his accent? Because he's all Barcelona, he's got that very thick Barcelona accent.
No, that's a very good question, because David Villa is one of those few Spanish players who's travelled the world in playing football. He's played in Europe, he's played in Australia with Melbourne City FC. There you go. He's gone to Japan as well, played in America as well. And here's a bit of extra information. He's played for Odisha FC in the Indian Super League.
Oh, wow.
There you go.
Did he speak some Hindi?
Well, I wish I could try to get him to speak some Hindi.
So he didn't play. I thought he would have been with Mumbai with the City group.
Well, this is before. You're talking about 2021, if I'm not mistaken. But I got a quick question for you guys. I want to see who gets this right. We'll hear that in the interview.
Okay.
Who do you think David Villa chose as the greatest player ever? Greatest player ever. Who did David Villa choose?
Well, he's Spanish, so he's not going to pick Ronaldo, who's Portuguese. So me trying to pick Richard Hadley as the best bowler of all time. It's not going to happen.
Well, I don't think anyone's going to pick Richard Hadley.
Oh, he was pretty good. I think, who did David Villa pick as the greatest footballer of all time? Well, you're only asking it because clearly it's not like Pele or Maradona. I'm going to say, I think he'll say Messi.
Right. Kitch says Messi. Neil, who do you think?
Sunil Chhetri.
Oh, that's fantastic.
So we'll let you know that if you're lucky enough to make it through the first 30 seconds of this recording, you'll make it through to the end. Enjoy.
It's good, you know, in this amazing atmosphere is great. It's not my first time in Dubai. I come here so often and I know very well the weather, so it's fine for me, yeah.
You know, growing up as a kid, I always envied when you scored that Champions League goal against Manchester United in the 2010-11 finals. Your emotions, it was amazing to see. Can you just talk us through how the goal was scored and what you felt after that?
Well, it was amazing for me and for Barcelona. Obviously, final of the Champions League in Wembley, it's a good atmosphere there. I always say the same. For me, it's the best goal I scored in my career, and I have great memories of this day.
That win of 2010 with the Spanish team in the World Cup, it gave rise to a golden generation of players. You look at Andres Iniesta, you look at Xavi, for example. Talk us through how that dressing room was, the connect and the chemistry of that team.
It was nice to be in that part of the history of our country with such amazing players around. For me, it was an amazing experience to be with them, to win the World Cup champions in 2010, and I was a lucky guy for has part of this amazing team.
when you look back at the legacy of yours, you've played in Japan, you've played in Australia, you've played across Europe, Valencia, of course, being one of the major teams where you played about 200 club games. You went to the US as well. The legacy of David Villa, how do you explain that to the people, and what do you think about giving forward to the younger generation as well?
Yeah, of course. I'm focused with the DV7 Academy in give this legacy to the young people, young players that want to get their dreams. I was a football player with lucky because many people around me helped me, and I try to help them now. It's a pleasure for me that so many players has focusing to be a professional soccer player like me.
You're one of the few players who've had the chance to play in El-Classico, one of the most heated rivalries, Real Madrid versus Barcelona. Can you talk us through some of these experiences, some of your memorable moments?
No, for me it's the best game that you can play as a football player, as a Spanish football player. Has the opportunity to play in Real Madrid or Barcelona to play El-Classico is unique, and I have lucky to play, and the memories are amazing because it's not easy to play these kind of games.
And of course, sharing the dressing room with Messi, playing alongside Messi as well. How was that experience for you?
Great. For me, he's the best player all time of this sport, and be with him during 3 seasons, it was amazing.
And often as a striker, you've played multiple positions, centre forward, you played on the wings as well. A message to the youngsters, people who are up and coming. What does it take? What is the focus that should be like when it comes to excelling in this position?
Yeah. No, try to be focusing in your job, try to be better day by day, try to work strong to be better day by day, and, in my case, for accommodate myself to different positions, it was important for me because it gave me the opportunity to play in different systems, in different clubs, and in different games.
A final question. If you had to pick the top 3 players in football, who would they be?
I will say Messi, all history, you mean?
Yes.
Messi, Ronaldo, Cruyff.